Welcome to the Money Manifestation Mastery podcast with your host, Lara Waldman, where we talk all things money. Big money, big purpose, big power. Waking up your wealth for heart-centered business owners and entrepreneurs. In today's episode, we are letting go of attachments. Your attachments can block your ability to manifest. It blocks the flow. It blocks energy. Letting go of attachments is an essential piece to stepping into your next level. But it's not always easy and it's not always comfortable. And I'm going to be taking you through the inside game of letting go of attachments to help you step into manifestation mastery. Let's dive in. I'm currently getting ready to go on holiday to the south of France with my husband. We're going to have a week together by the sea, relaxing on the beach, swimming in the sea, enjoying beautiful food. And we realized that this is the first time since having children that we've had a week together alone on holiday. I can't quite believe that. Our children, who are currently 16 and 19, are away on a 2-week summer camp. And this is our time to enjoy some quality time together. So looking forward to that. And I'm wondering how you are doing. This week, I wanted to talk to you about an important part of manifestation. And one of the things that blocks people from manifesting, that heart, body, soul aligned manifestation master within, gets shut down and blocked by this thing. I've been thinking about this subject for months, if not years, and I find it incredibly fascinating. I wanted to highlight it today. And this is the subject of attachments. How your attachments can stop you or block you from manifesting what you want. Now, I am not an expert in attachment theory or attachment styles. I've been studying a lot about it, learning a lot about it, but I only like to speak on things that I know a lot about and I have a lot of experience with. So I would recommend learning about attachment theory or attachment styles. It's really, really interesting. But I want to talk about attachments when it comes to manifestation, because your soul self, your great heart, that future wealthy you, is wanting to grow and blossom into a new reality in your business, in your finances, and your life. And yet, one of the things that can keep you stuck or blocked or unable to move forward or unable to receive are your attachment patterns. Your attachments to people, to relationships, to things, to places, your attachments to ways of working in your business, ways of doing things, habits, patterns. The part of you that is attached blocks the flow of manifesting. It blocks energy. This attachment creates a contraction against what you want. It controls, it grips, it creates a stuckness inside of you. And it limits what's possible. It keeps you small and it keeps you in your comfort zone. Having attachments to people or places or things or certain ways of doing things is completely normal. That will be happening on default without you even thinking about it. And most likely you're not even aware of what or who you're attached to and how that is playing out in your life and your business and your finances. But when you start going in and connecting to your soul, connecting to your heart, connecting to that future wealthy you, you'll start to see where the grip is. Now, I love to flood all the love and compassion, create a safe space for these parts of you, because that is what is required to create sustainable change. judgment and criticism will just keep that grip even stronger. So we want to witness this part of you with love and compassion and interest. This psychology of attachment patterns or attachment styles is incredibly interesting. And I find it very interesting how that shows up in business and how that shows up in money, in finance, with your relationship with money, as well as your relationships. Very interesting. So an essential part to manifestation mastery is being able to let go, to surrender to your soul. That's saying, let go, let God. And if you've been following this podcast, you'll know that one of my first steps to manifestation mastery is to relax so that you can release the blocks and barriers that are stopping you from receiving what you want. And that sounds all well and good, but actually doing it is a whole other thing. You see, that part that is attached is scared of letting go. It feels vulnerable to let go. It feels risky to let go. What you're attached to has become part of your identity, part of your world, part of trying to feel safe and comfortable in your life. So letting go of that to that part of you can feel really devastating, like your world is falling apart. And most human beings won't really address this until they absolutely have to. When there's some kind of crisis, an ending of a relationship, a death, and then we're faced with the reality of this attachment and the impact on our life. These attachment patterns actually run through your body, through your nervous system. They're part of the hardwiring of your brain, how you think, how you perceive, how you react, how you respond. So that's going to be on default. That's going to be happening despite you. It's not something that you're actively trying to do, but it does require your active participation to shift and change it. It's a discipline and a practice to let go of that which you're attached to. And because it feels risky and scary and you're in the unknown, the mastery of this process is holding yourself through change. So you're invited to relax and release and start to embody who you are becoming, that future wealthy you. Start to practice being that version of yourself before what you want has manifested. And this is about bringing it through the body, bringing it through the nervous system, and rewiring that beautiful brain of yours. So the mastery of manifestation is holding yourself through change. It's like going through a detox, because that which we're attached to, often we're addicted to. It's an addictive cycle, addictive pattern. You learn to get certain needs met, or you learn to self-soothe with some of these attachment patterns. You develop some of these attachment patterns as a survival strategy, perhaps. So asking yourself to let this go is no small thing. And it's very normal for human beings to fixate or focus externally to try and get a sense of self, a sense of safety. And manifestation mastery is all about coming home to yourself, that you are the source, and the source lies within. That seed of consciousness is within, but it's living beyond these attachment patterns that control, that grip, that contract, that keep you limited, stuck, and small. So it needs to be an active choice to shift and change this. It needs to be a discipline. It needs to be a practice, and it needs to be a daily practice. One thing that I've learned is letting go doesn't mean loss necessarily. I remember when I was being guided to let go of certain things in my life, like certain things in my relationship, my brain would catastrophize and think, well, it is the end. I let go, and that means the end. I let go, and that means death. I let go, and that means loss. And yes, in some cases, that may be the case. Maybe it is time to end a relationship. Maybe it is time to end something that you're doing in your business. But what I've found often, it's actually more around letting go of the pattern, or letting go of a habit, a behavioral pattern. And it's more about that. It's more about letting go of your relationship with that person, that relationship, that thing, that place, or that way of doing business. But our mind can create a lot of story when we're stepping into the unknown and being asked to let go. Letting go of attachments can also look like letting go of a belief, of a story, of an idea that you may have identified with. Your attachment to your own past identity even. So as you're embodying your wealth and tapping into future wealthy you're going to be addressing a lot of interesting aspects of yourself that you may have not even realized are running you. And this is why this work is so interesting. You get to know yourself on a whole other level. So I would say it's important to be committed to self-development, growth, evolution, change, transformation, and knowing that on the other side of these attachments is something far greater and way better than your mind realizes. When you let go of attachments, you feel more relaxed, more at ease, more at peace. You're more open, allowing, trusting, and you become more grounded and anchored into who you are and what you're here to do. It actually allows you to focus on what's important. You are more expanded in your point of view, in your thinking, in your perception, in your experience of life. It feels like the greatest relief when you release and let go of attachments on the other side. And this is a really important piece when it comes to aligned action, because when you let go of your attachments, you're able to tap into that soul-aligned wisdom, heart-aligned wisdom, body-aligned wisdom that is trying to guide you forward, to help you create your future, rather than unconsciously leaking energy into your past. So ultimately, on the other side, it feels better. But going through that transition or going through that change can be stressful, can be uncomfortable. And it's going to take you through a detox process. So how you hold yourself through that change is everything. And most likely that's not going to feel very good. The sooner you can do this releasing and letting go and surrendering and do it as a consistent daily practice, the sooner it will shift and the easier it will become. My step-by-step process to manifestation mastery is designed to help you to let go of attachments. We relax, we release, we embody who you're becoming. And when you do those first 3 steps, you're opening up the doors to receiving all the unseen, unknown, magical ways that all sorts of opportunities can come into your life. The attachment patterns really close the doors and close your eyes and close your ears on what is actually possible for you. But remember that opening to receive is a vulnerable process. And so this is why vulnerability is such an essential key to manifestation mastery. And what I would say is it is challenging to do this on your own. It's not impossible, but it is important to get support and facilitation with the releasing process. Because what comes up for you can be very deep, and it can hit on past trauma, past pain, old stories, old wounds. And I believe that we do the best work through the right support and facilitation. So don't expect to do this alone. You can, and you can do a lot of great work on your own, and you will soar with the right support. It is very brave and very courageous to let go of attachments. And it's not always easy to manage that mind of yours. It is a discipline, it is a practice, but I promise you it will be worth it. There is something far greater, far richer, much better on the other side of our attachments. So I would love to know what is landing for you in today's conversation. Where can you see that you're attached to things, to people, to relationships, to outcomes, to certain ways of doing things in your business? Where do you get controlling, or where do you grip? Where do you contract against life? Remember that it's completely normal, and most people are living from this place, But first you want to see or become aware of what's going on. Where do you hyperfixate on something going on in your external world rather than going in, relaxing, releasing, letting go, and focusing on who you are becoming and what you want? Remember, it's a daily practice. Remember, it's a discipline, and it's not going to happen by accident. And my recommendation is to get on the front foot of this change, because if you're really listening to your soul, to your heart, to your body's wisdom, it will help you to navigate through life's challenges, through life's ups and downs with much greater ease. So if you would like any support with this process, releasing, letting go of the blocks and barriers to owning your worth, owning your value, stepping into manifestation mastery, welcoming in high cash months, more money into your business, into your bank account, into your life, I would love to let you know about a very, very special offer we have on currently. I have a new program, a new offer for you. This is my Living Abundance Mastermind with incredible support, incredible high value that we have on offer for a very special price currently. And I would love for you to check it out. So you can visit my website, larawaldman.com, or visit the link below to find out more. We would love for you to join us and to tap into this rare and special opportunity. We are going to give you all the support you need to step into manifestation mastery so that you can expand into the next level of your business, your finances, and your life. And if you have any questions about this, don't hesitate to reach out. I'd be delighted to speak to you. And I hope to see you on the inside very soon. Thank you for joining us for today's conversation, Let Go of Attachments. I would love to hear what you've received from today's session. Please reach out and let us know. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe or follow this podcast to never miss an episode. And I'll be with you again next time.